Yes. Mm. Excuse Hello, everyone. We are waiting for committee members to join us, and once we have quorum, we're going to start the meeting. So please hold on.
Mr. Medina, should I translate that now or?
If you're so kind, yes.
We are waiting. Estamos esperando para otros miembros para comenzar la reunión. Si alguien necesita interpretación, por favor, levante la mano para poder ayudarlos. Gracias. Cuando le toque su turno.
Chanel, can you be so kind and send a note to the committee members? I know that Joel is not able to come, and Leo, but to the rest of the members of the committee, if you're so kind, or even place a phone call if you can, please, because there's only two of us here.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
Hello, sorry for the delay there. I was having some tech issues.
Thank you so much, Angel, for joining us. So we only need one more member, then we're going to have quorum.
Isidro?
Yes.
So I spoke with Simari. Her sister's in labor, but she's gonna try to hop on in a few minutes. And I tried to call Carl, but I didn't get through. So yeah.
It might be possible then that we might have to call a chair. He can be a member of the committee by default, being the chair of the licensing of the community board. If we're unable to get Simari and or Carl. So for those that are waiting, please give us a minute to see and make sure that we get quorum. It's important that we get at least 4 members. And we're missing one person actually, because we have Angel, Robin, and myself, that'll be 3, so we need 1 more. So hopefully Carl, who's very active, will join us pretty soon. I know that Joel and Leo will not be in. They submitted a letter that they will not be coming in, so we'll be waiting for either Carl or Simari to join us. In the meantime, Robin, will you volunteer to take the minutes?
Sure, no problem.
Thank you. So let's wait until we hear from Carl. And Chanel, please alert also Ebenezer to see if he can reach out to the chair in case he has to come in and be part of the committee so we can have quorum. We cannot leave this meeting for January. It's important that we get this meeting through, and we will need 1 more member. Under the bylaws, he can be sitting here on as a member of the committee. And I hope that, I'm sure he's aware of that. So
Okay, I'm gonna call him now
please,
if he can
so
join.
kind.
Mr. Medina, just to be sure, I didn't see anyone raise their hands for interpretation. So at this part, just hold on.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks.
I see that we have someone from Workforce One, Eric Adams. We met before. So Eric, I want to start the meeting after we have introduction. I'll give you a couple of minutes so you can introduce yourself and the services you provide by this center. And that'll be once we start the meeting officially. So give us some time. Thank you.
Isidro, Eleazar will join shortly.
Thank you so much. Sheena, if you're so kind to elevate Eric Adams the panelists so you can have access once we start the meeting, please. Thank you.
Okay, Isidro, I think Eleazar is on.
Well, thank you so much, Chanel, for your work. So we're going to proceed with the meeting. And at this point, at 6:50 on this December the 14th, I'm calling this meeting to order. My name is Isidro Medina. I am the chair of the License Committee. And I'm happy to now be joined with the president of the Community Board 12, Mr. Bueno, who has joined us because we didn't have quorum. And as president, he can sit in the meeting and be part of the quorum. So we have Angel, Robin, myself, and the chair. That makes 4. And we'll proceed with the usual, the formal introduction from other members, staff members, the precincts, and then the rest of the members. At this point, I'm going to ask Angel to please introduce himself.
Sure, thank you. My name is Angel Vasquez. I have been on Community Board 12 since May 2020. I serve as the vice chair of the licensing committee, and I'm a neighbor in the southern end of our community board district down in the 160s areas.
Thank you so much. Angel, followed by Robin.
Hello, everyone. My name is Robin. I've been on the committee for quite a bit. Welcome, guys.
Very well. I would like now the chair of CB12, Mr. Bueno, to please introduce himself. Chair.
Pleasure to be here. A surprise, but a good surprise. Hope that I can be useful tonight. Isidro, thank you for the invite.
Thank you so much, Chair. We'll proceed now to introduce the district manager, Ebenezer. You have the floor. Ebenezer is not here. Chanel, please introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. I'm Chanel Peniagua, the Community Associate at CB12. I hope everyone has a good meeting.
Thank you so much. I saw Ebenezer that he was on board. He stepped out, Chanel, you know?
I believe he did. Yeah.
All right. Let's now introduce the prison, starting with the 33rd.
Hi, Sergeant Rodriguez here.
Hi, Sergeant. How are you?
Good, you?
Good, good. Followed by the 34th precinct. Can the 34th precinct please introduce themselves?
Good evening, everyone. Officer Aim.
Welcome on board, Officer Aim. So in general, let's proceed through the agenda.
Excuse me, Mr. Medina, should I make a second announcement in case somebody else came in for the interpretation?
I don't see anyone, but if you're so kind, please repeat the announcements. Thank you.
Ok. Buenas noches, el que necesite interpretación, español, inglés, español. Yo soy la intérprete de la reunión. Por favor, levanten la mano si están presentes. Gracias. Para poder ayudarlos.
Well, thank you so much. So
Thank
the
you.
process for those that are new, we're going to hear each applicant. Once we review the application, we're going to have some conversation with the applicant. If there are residents that will have some questions or comments or concerns, they will be able to bring that up. The prisons will have an input, and then the committee members will make a decision on each application. But before we proceed, I would like to introduce someone that is visiting us from Workforce One, and they will share some resources that are available for the business community, particularly the small business community. And at this point, I would like to introduce Eric Adams, so he can introduce the services from Workforce One to the restaurants that are present here. You have the floor, Eric.
Thanks a lot, Isidro. Good to see everyone. I recognize some names, some businesses. You may have met me before in the community. I am often out on the street, walking around, talking to business owners, seeing how we can be of service at the Workforce One Center. Our office is located on 516 West 181st Street. We're on the 5th floor. Essentially, we're a no-cost, no-contract recruiting service provided by the city. So we're with Department of Small Business Services, and we can find the right candidates for your business. A lot of the businesses that we specialize in are in accommodation and food service. So hotels, restaurants. We have a great pipeline for anything you're looking for: cashiers, servers, bartenders. So if you're looking for other resources within the Department of Small Business Services, definitely reach out to me. I can get you connected to our contacts with SBS, and we'd be more than happy to see you. Just come and drop in. I'm out in the neighborhood all the time, so I'll see you guys around. Thanks so much, Isidro.
Thank you so much, Eric. And again, those services are free of charge. When you are looking for employees, Workforce One can save you a lot of time and also a lot of money because they do provide these services free of charge. And they gather the troops. And if I'm not mistaken, Eric, they will have the final say in selecting the candidates. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely. Essentially, we can assist in the hiring process, screen the candidates, make sure that you are getting a high quality individual that you're seeing, and ultimately the hiring decision is up to you. So yeah, we've worked with a lot of businesses in the area. Our center opened in 2016. But the workforce system has been around quite a bit longer. There's 18 centers across New York City, so we're in every borough, every neighborhood, and always happy to help you guys find the right people.
Thank you so much, Eric. And for those that are opening new places, SPS can get you practically anything that has to do with legal services to read your leases before you sign, and that's free of charge. Oftentimes, people don't read the fine prints on leases, and that's where some property owners get you. So again, free of charge. You will also have a pre-inspection whereby you will have city agencies, agents coming over to your establishment, check to see that your establishment is ready to be open. And those agents will tell you precisely what problems you might have when the city does come and does the inspection. And that will save you a lot of time. Because again, sometimes you have violations that you might not be aware of, and you will not discover that up and until the day that you come from inspection. So you will save a lot of money there and a lot of time. Also, they have business classes, how to develop your business plan, really useful. And I also tell clients, don't wait months once you sign the lease to apply for the license, the liquor license. Apply for the liquor license the minute that you sign the lease. That way you save a lot of money on rent. Because right now the liquor license is getting delayed by many, many months. And it's unfortunate sometimes, it gets delayed by 6 months or even 8 months. So take advantage of that and feel free to reach out to Eric anytime that you can. Thank you so much. Vice President Angels, let's proceed now with the roll call.
Oh, Isidro, Benitez wanted me to let you know that he's following the meeting on YouTube. He had to step up for another meeting.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Josh. Angel, please proceed.
Sure. So the first batch of licenses that we're going to take a look at are or applications. These are renewals. The first is for an on-premise liquor license renewal. This is Jack Restaurant Corp. doing business as Parkview Cafe Restaurant located at 219 Dyckman Street at the corner of Broadway. Do we have a representative for Jack Restaurant Corp. doing business as Parkview Cafe Restaurant?
So this applicant submitted a complete application along with a complete questionnaire, public notice. And the last time they came out to the board on September 22, 2020, the board had no objection for the license. But before we proceed, I'd like to hear the comments from 34 precinct. Officer Aim, what is the opinion of 34 precinct?
In regards to Jack's Restaurant, we have no 301s at the location, no 911 jobs at the location, no objections. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Officer Aim. So there's no objection by the 34 precinct. Do you have any comments from community board residents? Seeing none, I would like to now open up the floor for the committee members. Any questions? If not, let's go to a straight vote. Angel, please proceed to a straight vote.
Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Eleazar, how do you vote?
Aye.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Thank you.
And
That is.
before we proceed, Angel, I now see that we have been joined by Carl.
Yes. How are you guys?
Carl, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much.
So Chair, we have 4. So if you need to step out, you're more willing to stay, but we do have Carl now.
Beautiful. Thank you, Carl. You're a lifesaver.
Oh, no, thank you. No problem. Glad to do it.
All right.
Thank you,
Carl,
Steve.
were you here for the presentation to vote on this license?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So Carl, how do you vote?
Yeah, I will support the application.
Okay. So if we include Eliasard's vote, that's 5 votes in support, no opposition, no abstention.
Thank you so much, Andrew. So this application passes. We have no one from Parkview, but they have been a great establishment.
Yes, they have.
Let's proceed to the next one, please.
Sure. The next applicant is also seeking the renewal of their on-premise liquor license. This is La Nueva Potencia Corp. Doing business as Zoe Restaurant Bar and Lounge, located at 1559 St. Nicholas Avenue at the corner of West 188th Street. Do we have a representative for La Nueva Potencia Corp? It seems like Aurelia has her hand up as the representative. Aurelia, can you unmute or? Aurelia?
Well, let's proceed until she gets, maybe she's having technical difficulties.
Okay.
The applicant did submit a complete application along with a complete questionnaire, and they also submitted pictures of the public notice. The last time that they came here, also on December 20, there was no objection by this board when they renewed the license. Let's proceed with the opinion of 34. Officer Aim, what's the opinion of the 34 precinct?
In regards to the 3-4, we have no 3-on-1s at this location, no 911s, no objection.
Thank you.
Hello.
Officer Aim, yes, Aurelia.
Hi. I work with Aurelia. I'm her assistant. We're here for La Nueva Potencia.
Yes. Thank you
This
so
is
much.
I'm sorry. This is a renewal and a change in method as well.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up to our attention. We will deal with both at the same time. So
Okay.
first we're dealing with the renewal.
Okay.
And you're also dealing with to change out the method of operation. That would be agenda number 5. So we'll do both at the same time. But let's only vote on the renewal. Are there any comments from committee, from residents? Seeing none, committee members, do you have any questions? I do know this establishment. I also know the owner. They seem to be good partners. And I'll proceed to a direct vote, Andrew, if there are no problems.
Yeah, I don't see any committee members raising their hands. All right, we can go for a vote. Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
Chair, that's 4 votes in support, no opposition, no abstention.
Very well. And if it's okay with you, Angel, as Vice President, let's proceed to entertain agenda item number 5, which is the same.
Sure. Yep.
They want to change out to the method of operations.
Yeah, so I guess for minutes, I'll just read it out loud. We're gonna skip to agenda item number 5, which is an applicant seeking for the change of method of operation, and it is La Nueva Potencia Corp. Doing business as Zoe Restaurant Bar and Lounge, located at 1559 St. Nicholas Avenue at the corner of West 188th Street.
Do we have a representative?
Yes. We're just asking for the addition of DJ and karaoke, and also they're closing right now at 1 a.m. and I want to extend the hours at 2 a.m.
For the purpose of the minutes, please tell us your name
Oh, Daniela
and your last name.
Mosquera.
Mosquera.
Mm-hmm.
And you are the representative. What happened to Aurelia that she's not in?
She's in another meeting with Bronx Community Board at the same time.
Okay. So Daniela, the ask here is to add DJ, right?
Yes, DJ and karaoke.
And to also close
hours.
and
Yeah,
to change
and
the hours, yeah.
And yeah, extend the hours to 2 a.m.
Let me go over the hours. Just give me 1 second if you're so kind.
Yes.
So you have currently, what do you have?
We should have, let me see, hold on. Give me a second. I'll just send you the, okay, currently, we sent it late, but we have recorded and jukebox only.
Right. So you are in DJ and karaoke, but as
Mm-hmm.
far as the extension of the hours, you are currently closing at what time?
Closing daily at 1 a.m.
1 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to extend that daily to 2 a.m., correct?
2 a.m. correct.
Very well. Officer Aim, so the request here is to add DJ karaoke and extend this to close until 2 a.m. daily. What's the opinion of 34 Precinct?
In regards to Zoe's, we haven't had any issues with them. No 311s, no 911s. Do they have a sound limiter at that location?
They do, yes. Okay, I forgot to mention that they also added live music on the application. We already submit this application. But we haven't been able to attend the meeting with you.
So
To the
you
as
want to add live music, DJ, and
Yes.
karaoke.
That's correct. It's non-amplified music. It's just acoustic live music.
Acoustic live music.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. I see no residents with any concerns or questions. Now, be committee members, any input on this matter? Again, the question.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, I've been to this establishment several times. The music is loud inside the establishment, the times that I've been, but I've never heard it outside, so I don't see a problem with the application. Like I said, it's loud inside, but as a patron, I'm going there because I want to listen to the loud music, right? But I've never heard it, coming to the outside, so.
Okay, that's important.
May I say something, Sid?
Yes, Robert.
Since they are adding karaoke, DJ, et cetera, why they don't close at 1 o'clock still? Why they moving to 2 o'clock?
That's a question that Daniela can address.
I'm
Yes.
sorry, what was that? You were cutting off.
I'm saying, Daniela, let's say an example, you adding 3 things. Why you not close? Why you guys not closing at 1 like the way it is right now? And let's see what happened during the time being, and see if you guys can manage everything that you put in, and then you come back to us, and then we can add it into 2 o'clock. I mean, that's my question to you.
Well, that's a better question for I believe the applicant is here, but this is 1 a.m. It's early for the applicant still. And the area, they could use at 2 a.m. But I believe the applicant is here. Zoe? Maybe they couldn't log in.
What I'm saying is, I don't want to have concern with 34 Precinct. They're working hard, and there's not a lot of police officers out there, so we have to work with them. But if they say you don't have no 911, no complaints so far, but what I'm saying is 1 o'clock is still good.
Yeah, I understand. Hold on, give me a second. I don't know what. I guess we could leave 2 a.m. the weekends, maybe, just the weekends.
Yeah, I honestly would not have any problems with it, but taking into account that as a committee member, there might be some concerns. Perhaps we can do Thursday through Sunday, and then have 1 a.m. on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
So the hours would be Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays until 1 a.m. And then the rest of the days, which will be Thursdays through Sundays until 2 a.m. I think it's fair.
Okay.
Very well. I don't have an issue with the. I do have sound limiter. Never had any problem with the 34. And on that note, I don't know if we need any stipulations at all.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I believe that they have the good neighbor sign. So let's leave it at that. Let's go to a straight vote then.
All right. Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
All right. So the vote, the application passes, 4 votes in support, no opposition, no abstentions.
Very well. Great. Congratulations, Daniela. Please let the folks at Zoe that the application both have been approved.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remind them about the specific hours that we agreed upon now, right?
Yes, they're here. They're listening. They just can't talk. I don't know why.
All right, not a problem. So if any questions, they can reach out to you. Congratulations.
All right.
Happy night.
Thank you so much.
Let's go to the next one, please.
Sure. So we're gonna go back to the top of the agenda. This is now agenda item number 3, seeking a renewal of their on-premise liquor license. This is Kismet Indian Restaurant, Inc., located at 6034 Washington Avenue at the corner of West 187th Street. Do we have a representative for Kismet Indian Restaurant available tonight?
Yes. Yes.
And sir, if you could just provide us with your name for the purposes of the minute and your relationship to the establishment.
My name is Sami Ahmed. I am the owner, the chef of Kismet Indian Restaurant.
Wonderful. Thank you for being here today, Sammy.
Sure.
Sammy, you are the owner of the chef. God bless.
I am. Hello, my Heights family.
God bless. How long you been in business?
30 plus years.
Wow, that's great. The last time that this applicant came to the board, that was last year in January. There was no objection by the board and all the committee. The applicant did submit a complete questionnaire. They sent us a picture of the public notice. Also, I see no issue with the health department code. I see a copy of the license, which is going to expire
End of the month. End of the month.
end of the month, the 31st.
Correct.
Take care of this, Sammy, to make sure that you get a certificate as soon as possible.
Yes, sir.
I see no questions coming from the residents. Committee members, do you have any questions? If not, let's proceed to a straight vote. Andrew, please proceed.
Did we hear from the precinct? I'm sorry. Did I miss that?
Thank you so much, Andrew. I apologize for that. This is the Prairie 34 precinct, Officer Ain.
In regards to Kismet, we have a good relationship with them. We have no 311s, no 911s at the location. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Love the 34th.
And on that note, maybe we should now go to vote.
Yeah, we can go to a vote now. Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
Okay, Chair, that's 4 votes in support, no opposition, no abstentions.
Thank you so much, Angel. So Sammy, congratulations. The committee has approved your request. This is going to go to the general board on the 20th. They will make a final decision, but I'm sure that they will approve. We hope that you continue providing 30 more years of service to this community.
I greatly appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your service and congratulations. Have a good night.
You're welcome. Good night.
Good night.
Supposed to do the next one, please, Angel.
Sure. Now we're gonna go into a applicant for a class change. The applicant is application number 4, Il Posto Trattoria Rustica Corp, doing business as Cafe Taboo, located at 227 Dyckman Street between Seaman Avenue and Dyckman Street. Do we have a representative for Il Posto Trattoria Rustica Corp?
Yes, Argelio Rodriguez here.
Thank you, Argelio. And what's your relationship to the establishment? So that
I'm the attorney.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you. And welcome.
And the principal will be on the phone as well. Jancy, lo puedes saludar.
How long has this establishment been open?
This establishment has been open for, at this point, about 10 years or so.
Under the same ownership?
There's been a change in stockholders over the years.
And the current owner, how long he has been there?
The current owner has been there for several years. I would say 5-6 years.
The owner is Jancy, right?
Correct.
Great. Committee members, this is a request for a change of class and the precinct, which means that they're going to change from a restaurant wine license to a full liquor license. Usually when there's a class change, we're going to ask about who's going to continue managing the alcohol handling. We're going to ask them to be cautious about the sale of alcohol to minors, and among other things. And on that note, Officer Aim, this is within the Private 34 precinct. This is a Cafe Taboo, which is on Dyckman, 227 Dyckman. As stated by the attorney, they've been there for some years, and the current owner has been there for 5 to 6 years. Thus far, the last time I came here to this community board, there was no objection. Helio, you guys came here for a change back in January of last year. We approved this resolution. Why are you coming back if we had approved it?
That's correct, and that application involved several other changes as well, all at once. This application is limited to the change of class, and I guess an issue arose with a sale to minor, and that has since been closed out. That case, they paid a fine, and they learned their lesson, and they've implemented basically training and improvements in the way those things are handled since then.
And that fine was for SLA for $6,500.
That one specifically was for $5,000.
So there's a fine there that is for $6,500.
So there was the entire, like I said, it's been open for a really long time. There was a prior violation that resulted in a $1,500 fine several years ago.
So
yeah, so that's taken together, correct.
So this sale to a minor is a huge penalty. What has the current ownership done to rectify this problem so that would not happen again?
Well, I've taken a more hands-on approach with them directly, and so the owner now, or Jancy, is basically there 24/7, and I think that anyone who is familiar with with Cafe Taboo knows that Jansi's there all the time now, and so he's taken a greater hands-on approach. And so long gone are the days where he would delegate the place. He's there around the clock during all its opening hours, and he takes it seriously. And he learned his lesson.
But the person that did the sale to minors, is that staff member still present?
No. During the pandemic or the last 2 years, there's been entirely new staff, is my understanding.
Very well. So the staff member is no longer there.
That's correct.
I see no residents, but let's go now to the 34th precinct. Officer Aim. So this is, you guys have two requests on the agenda, which is a class change, and you also want to apply for a temporary license, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so you want to go to a full liquor license and right away apply for the temporary license because you already have a restaurant wine, so you take advantage of the application process. That kind of makes sense. But let me hear from the 34th precinct first. Officer Aim, so this is an application to ask for a class change for Taboo. The capacity there is 74. You heard about the issue about sales to minor. Apparently has been rectified. They are open until 2 a.m. on a daily basis. And I would like to know the opinion of the 34th precinct.
In regards to Taboo, we haven't received any 911 calls. Lately, the month of December, we did receive 10 311s for loud noise. But that's pretty much as far as that goes. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Argelio, so there have been some calls for loud noise, as you heard from the precinct. Can you please elaborate on how you have rectified, if you have rectified this issue?
Well, I know for a fact that the place has soundproofing, and I know for a fact that it has a sound limiter. So to that there would be any complaint on noise, as you know, Dyckman is a very active strip, and I would suspect that it would be an issue of the door, and so it would be kind of like brief intervals of time where maybe music or sound gets out the door, and so I'll be speaking to the owner. The issue basically is there's a door to the establishment, and then there's another door that's further out on this kind of like enclosed sidewalk area, and so the idea then would be to make sure that at all times the one inside is always closed, and at all times both are closed, and so at all times there's one that is closed. So that seems to be the solution, to keep both doors, to monitor both doors so that at least one is always closed, if not both.
I visited this establishment many times. I was there, as a matter of fact, on Sunday. And honestly, I heard practically no music while sitting outside on the sidewalk cafe. So sometimes those complaints can come out because of the bike noise that are usually going outside and other areas. But I've been going to this place consistently and never had a problem. The music is never loud. So I'm surprised about the calls that they have received, but we got to be cautious and cognizant of the fact that that could be a problem, and we got to protect also our residents. And on that note, I'm going to ask for 2 steps. One will be a good neighbor sign and a phone number to be displayed at the establishment in case there are issues. Guys, just give me 1 minute because I don't know what's going on here. Sorry, give me a second. Weird. I heard some noise outside, but anyway. So 2 steps, which is again Argelio, a good neighbor sign which you can get from the office, and that should be posted outside of the Sidewalk Cafe, and also a phone number from a management to be displayed also along the list of the sign of the good neighbor sign, with a phone number of a manager that's in place in case there are residents that have a problem. They can call the manager right there and then.
Okay, so the good neighbor sign should have the telephone number of the business, and then there should be a separate one that has telephone of the manager.
They're separate. The good neighbor sign, you can get it from the community board. You can call
Yeah, I have it.
Janelle, and she'll send it over to you. The phone number is something that should be printed out by you with the name of a manager and also a phone number. In case neighbors who have any problems, they can call the manager.
Absolutely.
Committee members, would that be okay? Should we proceed to a vote, or you have further steps?
No, I'm comfortable with those steps.
Very well. So first, let's vote on the class change that will make it a full liquor license. And let's proceed on that if you're so kind, Andrew.
Okay. Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
Chair, that's 4 votes in support, no opposition, no abstentions on this particular application.
So much. So right away, let's proceed, Angel, to agenda number 6, which will be the next one anyway.
Sure.
But it's the same operator.
Yep, same operator. So Il Posto Trattoria Rustica Corp, doing business as Cafe Taboo, located at 227 Dykeman Street between Seaman Avenue and Dykeman Street, seeking a temporary retail permit for an on-premise liquor license.
Again, this is just to take advantage of the process, and I see that Jancy is joining us. So the idea is that they want to apply for a temporary license while they are applying for the for the permanent license. What will happen is that the SLA will send a temporary permit to the establishment, and this will be renewed on a monthly basis, I believe up to 3 months. And then by then, we hope that they will also get the permanent certificate. That be correct, Argelio, based on your...
That would be correct. And it's worth noting that the process for the permanent is taking a really long time. Upwards of 9 months is the current situation. And so it's vitally important to apply for the temporary and use this new program.
And for committee members and residents, do note that a place that has been closed for 2 years, they will not qualify for the temporary license. So there are some tips and requirements, but I'm glad that at least Taboo will be able to take advantage of this process. And on that note, Officer AIM, everything's the same. They're just applying for a temporary license. And what will be the opinion of 34th Precinct on this matter?
And this is for Taboo again, correct?
Correct.
Just, same thing as I mentioned before, no 911 calls at the location. We haven't had any issues other than those few 311 complaints we received this month for loud noise bass. Thank you.
And on that note, if there are no objections, I'd like to the committee to proceed to a straight vote.
I just wanted to, before we go on the vote, I just want to commend the establishment for, managing the situation with the underage drinking by making sure that that person is no longer at the establishment, just being very responsible. So I just want to commend and thank you for doing that, because that is a very serious violation. So I'm just glad that you took that as a very serious issue and managed it well. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Andrew.
Thank you.
Okay, if we are going to vote, Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
Chair, that's 4 votes in support, no opposition, no abstentions.
Thank you so much, Andrew. Argelio, so congratulations to you and Jancy. Hope that you get your certificate as soon as possible. And have a good night and enjoy the holidays.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you. Let's proceed to the next one, please. Andrew.
Sure. So we'll be moving down to number 7 now. This applicant is seeking a temporary retail permit for a restaurant wine license. The applicant is Lucas Law Corp. Doing business as Garden Cafe, located at 4961 Broadway between West 207th and Isham Streets. Do we have a representative for Lucas Law Corp.? I'll call it for again. Do we have a representative for Lucas Lab Corp. Doing business as Garden Cafe? Miguel, is that you?
How you guys doing? Good evening. It's actually not me, but I met with those clients today. They were supposed to be represented by Travieso. So I don't have the information. Maybe she's having issues logging in, but you think you can revisit this at the end?
Let's check with the chair to see what direction he wants to take. Thank you for letting us know, Miguel.
No problem. Thank you.
Give me 1 second, please. I'm connecting with someone that has to do something with this license. Just give me 1 minute. Sorry for the delay. But I was just speaking with Sheena from the office. So in essence, and I was going to say that, they did submit a complete application and all of that. And what they're doing is that they apply for the permanent one, the permanent license. But just like Taboo, they want to take advantage of the process, and now they're applying for a temporary license. So it's the same process, and we approved that back in June of 2020 of this year. There was no objection by this committee. We put in a couple of steps, and we approved this, and it was also approved by the community board. So in essence, just getting the same thing, but only a temporary license. And as such, they have to let the community board know that they are applying for a temporary license. So my recommendation is, if there are no strong opposition from the 34th precinct, that we vote and we approve this as we did last time around. But we can have that discussion, committee members, shortly. Officer Aim, do you understand what's going on here?
Yes. In regards to
yes, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, in regards to Lucas Corp. Garden Cafe, with 311s, we haven't received any actually in the whole year, and we don't have any 911 jobs at the location. We have a good relationship with them.
Thank you so much. So committee members, based on the fact that we passed this previously, should we go to straight vote, or do you have to have any discussion?
I feel comfortable with going to a vote.
So let's go to straight vote. I also feel very comfortable.
All right. Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
Great. Chair, that's 4 votes in support, no opposition, no abstentions.
Thank you so much, Andrew. And this is great. It's good to have communication with the staff because they brought this issue up right away, and I was happy that that's taken care of. So let's proceed. Please.
Okay. All right, so the next batch of applicants are seeking new licenses. First, we have applicant listed as number 8 here, Lobster Steakhouse Inc., doing business as Lobster Steakhouse, located at 4227 Broadway between West 179th and West 180th Street. Do we have a representative for Lobster Steakhouse Inc.?
And since there's no representative or owner present, this application is actually incomplete. They have no floor plan, and they did not submit a picture of the public notice. So let's call them in once again to make sure that if they're here, Angel, if you're so kind.
Sure. Do we have a representative for Lobster Steakhouse Inc., doing business as Lobster Steakhouse?
Taking to that account, we should go to straight vote as we do usually, right?
Isidro, how do you vote?
No.
I vote no. Robin, how do you vote? Robin? I'll come back to you. Carl, how do you vote?
Abstain.
Abstain, okay. Robin, how do you vote? Robin? Are we still? Oh, connecting to audio. Robin, are you ready to vote now?
Let's wait because we actually need this vote now because if it's not here, it'll be 2 to 1 to 0, and that will not be majority.
Robin? He's unmuted. I know that it seems like he's been having trouble with his internet connection. Robin?
Let me see if I can call him.
Sure. I see he's joining back again. Robin, are you with us?
Said that something happened on his computer that he's actually.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I'm back. Sorry, guys.
Are you comfortable with voting on this application, or do you need any more information?
No, I'm comfortable.
Okay. So how do you vote?
Yes.
So that's 1 vote in support, 2 votes in opposition, and 1 abstain.
This application fails. This application number 8.
Yes, Lobster Steakhouse Inc.
Yeah.
Can we move on to the next?
Yes, please.
Okay. Applicant number 9. This is Power 202 LLC, doing business as Zona Rosa, located at 3775 10th Avenue, store number 6, at the corner of West 203rd Street. Do we have a representative for Power 202 LLC?
Yes, good evening. Guy Miguel Acosta again, here representing Mr. Otañez. Power 202, doing business at Zona Rosa at 3775 10th Avenue, store number 3.
Great.
Miguel,
Thank you for being here, Miguel.
Thank you, Miguel. I see that we also had this application back some time ago. And it was
Yeah, 2019, we revisited this application. Basically, we're making some changes. Some changes were made to ownership. So applicant is going to reapply by himself, and the previous partner was removed. So the application was submitted back in August of 2019, and we visited this at the licensing committee back in September 2019.
Can you please tell us then who is the new owner, or who are the owners of this establishment?
Well, at the present time is now only Mr. Jose Alex Otañez. He previously had a partner, which is no longer there, was submitted with the original application, now is no longer active partner. So the reason that we are revisiting this is because since times has elapsed from the 270 days allowed by the Liquor Authority to use the notice submitted on the previous application, then we have to re-notify the community board with a new application. So Mr. Otañez is the sole shareholder at the present time. No other owners are involved.
Is Mr. Otañez present?
He's having issues getting onto the Zoom meeting. I just texted him right now. So I told him I was going to start, and if he's able to get in by the time we finish, then we'll bring him along. But last time he was present, he did explain his experience that he had with alcohol management, and he's been getting educated a little bit more since, it's been over 2 years since he's been trying to get this license.
How well does he know this community?
Well, he used to work, I believe, in Umbrella back in the when the original pioneer of the nightclub business started operating, Dario Leaga. And since then, he stayed in the community and assisted other locations like Opus. And so he's very familiar with the area, very familiar with the history of what's has transpired during the years with that area, and the ups and downs. This location is actually located in the El Mundo, which is currently being remodeled in order to convert it into different eateries. At the present time, you have other locations that are there that are pretty solid. At the time, you have Luxor, which I know had a history, but is doing much better now. But Aciel is also there, had a history, but is doing way better now. And other premises that are currently operating in that neighborhood, even though the crime has elevated in certain situations that have transpired in, these past couple of months, but it's something out of the control of the operators, But when it comes to the establishments, I think everybody's doing a great job on 202nd Street and 203rd Street.
So you said that he worked at Opus and Umbrella. Do you know, for how long he worked there?
It was years ago. From my recollection from our previous meeting, I think he lasted 7 years working between both locations.
And do you know who's going to be handling the alcohol?
He is. So he's going to be full hands-on operator. As you can see, the method of operation, it's going to be a full service Mexican restaurant. The business is going to operate from 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. on a daily basis. So it's not extended hours, which is very good since a couple of businesses in the area are allowed to close by 4. So he's basically trying to stay away from, patrons clashing with each other when they exit, the establishments. Even though he's looking for a DJ, he's also going to have iPad recorded music. He's going to have karaoke, live music when it comes
Let me
to.
go to the specifics, if you allow me.
No problem.
Members in the precinct, this applicant is requesting a full liquor license. The method of operations include a DJ, karaoke music, live music. They have installed a sound limiter. The space has been properly soundproofed. You're going to have security guards there?
Yes.
And you're going to operate on a daily basis from 5 p.m. to 2 a.m.
That is correct.
The capacity there is 195. You will have 15 employees. Very well. They did submit a copy of the public notice. They have a floor plan here. Miguel, is the restrooms, where are they located? And this establishment here, it's elevated. So my question is, how is this ADA compliant?
Well, there's gonna be the restroom. I'll get that right now. I'm just trying to get the floor plan, but the ADA compliance is gonna come into effect as soon as they install an electric chair that's gonna slide up from the staircase. So that's basically responsibility of the landlord. So prior to them opening, all that has to be in order for them to get the certificate of occupancy to be able to operate.
Very well. Reviewing the last result that this committee approved, it was indicated that you have no third-party promoters. Would that still be the case?
Yes, that is correct.
Very well. Officer Aim, this is with the purview of 34th precinct. What's the input from the 34th?
With the 3-4, as long as they have the sound limiter and the soundproofing, that's always a good thing. In regards to security, how many security guards are you guys gonna have?
At the present time, it's still pending because basically, like I said, it's going to be a full service restaurant. So you're probably just going to have that, one person at the door, just to make sure that everything is in order, people coming in and out. And then depending, on the type of night, they might add additional, but let's say you could have an extended up to be able to hold down almost 200 people. You're going to need at least, 5 to 10 security guards in the event that they have an event that's going to be full capacity.
Okay. Are you guys going to be using promoters?
No.
Okay. Yeah, no further questions. No objection from the 3-4.
Thank you.
All right, Officer Aim. Committee members, I request the following steps. 3 of them for now. 1, a good neighbor sign. Again, a phone number to be displayed outside of the establishment in case there are any issues with residents, that resident can approach a manager or call a manager to rectify the problem right then and then. And also no double parking sign or post stand. Miguel, you know the drill. It should be 3 feet high by 2 feet wide to be placed on the sidewalk. That area there has a lot of double parking issue.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you a question, Isidro. Sorry to interrupt you. Since the establishment is looking to open probably within 6 to 9 months, I know that this requirement is before the general meeting at the end of the month. Is it possible, they could send a receipt that they purchased it?
No, because you're going to have this when you open.
Oh, okay.
These requirements are when you open: the good neighbor sign, the phone number, and the no double parking.
The no double parking sign, 3 feet by 2 feet, 2 of them.
Right.
Perfect.
On those 3 steps, committee members, do you want to add anything else, or you feel comfortable with that?
No, let's go straight vote.
Let's go to a straight vote. On that note, Angel, please proceed.
Sorry, Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yeah.
All right, Chair, that's 4 votes in support, no opposition, no abstentions.
Thank you so much, Angel. And Miguel, congratulations. We hope that.
Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.
Yes. Yes, indeed. You have a good night. Let's go to the next one, please.
Sure. Now we're at applicant number 10. This applicant is also seeking a new license for on-premise liquor license and temporary retail permit. This is Casa Latina Restaurant, New York City, LLC, located at 1455 St. Nicholas Avenue at the corner of West 183rd Street. Do we have a representative for Casa Latina Restaurant NYC LLC?
Yes, I'm here, Adam Clayton Powell, for the applicant who's here next to me, Mr. Eddie Murat.
Wonderful.
Right.
And what's the relationship to the business?
He is the applicant. He's
I'm the owner.
And before we go any further, I just want to point out, some of you may recall, this application was reviewed 3 months ago, September 14th. Your committee approved it unanimously, recommended it. The only reason why we came back, because there was a typo in the corporate name. Instead of Casa Latino, it's supposed to be Casa Latina. And so, you know, I'm a perfectionist. We like to do it the right way. And also the address was listed as 1447-1457 St. Nicholas. It's actually 1455 St. Nicholas. So we corrected that. Everything else is the same.
So for the purpose of the minutes, Adam, you are the representative, correct?
Yes, I am representative for Casa Latina Restaurant NYC LLC. And the
owner?
co-principal 100% is Mr. Eddie Murat.
And what's the last name again?
Eddie Murad.
Murat, M-O-U-R-A-D.
Very well. So he's the owner.
Yes, and again, this was all reviewed
I see
September.
that we approved this license back in September, as you indicated, and you want to just correct the typo on the letter of the name
Corporate name.
and
And the
also
address.
the
Yeah.
address. So the address is 1447 slash
1455.
1455 St. Nicholas Avenue.
1455.
Yeah, which was included in the 1447-1457, but we like to be more specific.
Very well. Committee members, I see one person has their hand up. Let me see who that person is. And David Santos. Chanel, can we please allow Santos to be elevated to be on the panelist? Because I see that he or she has a question. Please elevate Santos to a panelist.
Hi, yeah. I have questions about the noise for the establishment, being that it's a residential building above.
Okay, please proceed.
Just we're concerned about the noise because we're the tenants that live above the establishment. I know we had a lot of issues with Lucky 7 that was previously there. There was a lot of 311 calls made, nothing was done. Just want to make sure we don't have the same issue again.
Very well. And your name is complete name. What's your name?
Chantel Santos.
Chantal.
My mom is Auleria Garcia. She's the one who lives in the apartment above.
Very well. And you said there were issues there before Lucky 7, correct?
Correct. There was a lot of issues.
So question for both Adam and Eddie. Have you guys installed a sound limiter to prevent noise from going up?
Yes, there's soundproof being installed. Obviously, we're completely disconnected from the previous operator. Mr. Murat has a long experience in hospitality management.
So you have you said that you have installed a sound limiter and also soundproofed.
Yes.
And you also indicated that Adam, that there's no connection between this operator and that other operator.
None whatsoever.
No.
The previous operator left over 2 years ago.
So as the new
place has
person
been
coming
empty.
in, you know, do understand that there are some residents that will have concern about the noise level.
Yes.
And let me check out to see the steps that we had previously on this matter. For the committee members and NYPD, we have to display a no double parking sign and a phone number to be displayed. So I think this will help. And those are steps still stand. So that'll be a good neighbor sign and also no double parking sign. And also that you display a phone number of a manager in charge in case there are problems with the residents, like Ms. Chantel Santos, that she can call someone there and the problem can be rectified right away. As a new operator, I think it behooves you to have a good relationship with the neighbors.
Of course. Of course.
May I say something, please?
Yes, Robin.
And also make sure that the person in charge during the night or in the morning or the afternoon, pick up the phone when the neighbors call. You know, sometimes neighbors call and they don't answer the phone, and that make people mad.
Correct.
So please.
Have you had that experience, Robin?
Yes, I
Yeah.
do.
Calling this particular establishment or other
No,
establishment?
no, all the establishment. No, not that one. I never had a problem with that establishment before.
Oh, okay. And
The establishments you should.
okay.
Yo tuve muchos problemas con eso. Pero estos son cosas nuevas, dueños.
Very well. So let's see now the input of 34 prison of Zane. I see that we no longer have the 34 prison present. The last time that let me see the comments. Okay. Very well. On that note, let's go back to committee members to see if there are any comments.
I think say we should go straight to vote.
All right, so in essence, we're going to have the steps, which are 3 steps, right? The good neighbor sign. We will have a no double parking sign. And also a phone number to be displayed.
Yes.
And I think that would address the concerns for the neighbors.
Yes.
All right. On that note, Ms. Santos, we heard about your concerns. Is something new?
How about with security? I know in the past there's been issues with multiple fights. You know, a lot of incidents have happened there. What are steps that are going to be taken to prevent stuff like that? Also, what are the hours of operation?
So, Maura, can you please address the security questions that are going to have security and the hours of operations on a daily basis? And
You have retained.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's 4 a.m. and 2 a.m. on Sundays. We have retained a security company, MS Square M2 Security LLC. Eddie, you want to elaborate?
Yes, we will definitely will have security. We know the issue in the neighborhood. We will try to please everybody, not to have too much noise, not even people leave the restaurant, to make sure that because we are aware for all the neighbors that live upstairs, definitely will have security every night.
Thank you so much, Mr. Murat. And so with 3 steps in place, I recommend that we go to a vote if there are no objections.
Yeah, let's go for a vote.
Isidro, how do you vote?
So on this applicant, I cannot vote because they are part of the bid. They're within my jurisdiction. So because of that, I cannot vote. But I do know the applicant, and I think he can do well there. And if otherwise, I would have given my support. So I cannot vote, Angel.
Okay. I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
So chair, that's 3 votes in support, no opposition, no abstention, and 1 person not voting due to conflict.
So by a vote of 3-0-0 and 1 person cannot vote, this application passes. Murat, please put that phone number when you guys open up so that the neighbors can call you, interact with you to make sure that we don't have noise complaints.
Sure.
And I wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. Have a
Thank
good
you.
night.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Sure.
Let's proceed to the next one, please.
Our next applicant is Prestige Bar and Grill Corp., located at 212 Nagel Avenue at the corner of Academy. The applicant is also seeking a new license, an on-premise liquor license and temporary retail permit. Do we have a representative for Prestige Bar and Grill Corp.?
Yes, how you doing? Good evening, guys. My name is Miguel Acosta. I have Ramona Enriquez, who's the president and sole shareholder of Prestige Bar and Grill. Before we start, the application that was submitted to the community board was submitted by her attorney, who erroneously left the current method of operation instead of submitting the requested. And is it possible that I can edit this before we start the meeting?
Besides that, and I know, Miguel, that you are the representative. I do have a problem with the floor plan that was submitted. I know that we don't request a professional architectural floor plan, but the one that was submitted doesn't have any measurements at all. So we would not know the dimensions of the establishment, even though everything has been submitted properly. I do have a problem with this floor plan.
The dimensions, give me 1 second. Do you have the digital one there, or do you have the?
No, it was
It's a drawing.
It's very rustic, not professional, and since we don't have dimensions, I myself will not support this.
Okay, is it possible? Because the thing was, I provided one with dimensions. It seems like the attorney provided the handwritten one, which is not allowed by the community board. So I do have one with dimensions. Is it possible I could just email it to Chanel right now, or anybody?
Committee
that was
about that. Or should we postpone this?
I think this is a bit rushed. I mean, look, there are issues that have been identified. I think they ought to be properly rectified, and also being given adequate time to consider these things properly. So I think this is we shouldn't rush this at this point.
Well, the thing, and I'm sorry to interrupt. Basically, we're actually not rushing. The thing is that the attorney that is handling the application submitted an incorrect floor plan that was provided. So I was asking for some courtesy in order for me just to email that to any board member, so Mr. Medina can see that the actual floor plan that was created has all dimensions.
The thing is, Miguel, that this committee is not only composed of myself. I have committee members that do have the same concern, and they would have liked to have reviewed this floor plan to make sure that they can make a sound judgment and decision on this matter. So that is a problem, and I'm being very honest with you.
Okay, no, I completely understand you. The thing, no, and I understand. The problem is that at the end of the day, when it comes to, especially right now after the pandemic, on all these restaurant businesses almost closing their doors, 30 more days in delay can cause an financial effect on the applicant. So that's why that I actually submitted everything correctly, floor plans, menu, and everything to the attorney. The attorney sent the incorrect floor plan.
And unfortunately, because of the attorney mishap, this client is now paying the consequences. And that's why I highly stress for whenever I speak about licenses, make sure that you hire responsible representatives and attorneys, because now, because of this, the owner, who I think is, as I see here, Ramona Hernandez, might have to pay 1 extra month of rent. It's not the community board's fault, and I agree with Carl. We cannot be, we have to be very consistent with all the applicants. And it's unfortunate that because of the attorney, this applicant now has to pay a lot more rent. That's unacceptable.
I understand. So what I'll do is I'll withdraw this application in order for us to not have a negative impact on the submission, and I'll resubmit with the proper documentations myself.
And Ramon, I see that you're the president. We apologize for that, but do address this to your attorney. God forbid that he sends this type of documents to SLA, you'll be completely disapproved. And that is, and I can say this publicly, you should find someone that can represent you better.
All right, so I'll withdraw the application. I'll see you guys next month on this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miguel.
You have a blessed
Happy
night.
holidays to you
Appreciate it.
and your family.
Thank you, Miguel.
So this application has been withdrawn. And from what I see, Angel, the last applicant, has also been withdrawn.
Yep,
And
that is correct. They withdrew before the meeting.
And on that note, I think that we have done really well on timing. Members, if there are no objections, I will call for a suspension of the meeting, and we'll see you at the general board meeting.
Second.
All right. If there are no objections, this meeting has been adjourned. Thank you so much, guys. Take care of yourself. Thank you for everything.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Carl. Bye-bye. Thank you, Soraya.